catching up once again to the lap car. He might actually be getting a benefit of slipstream, if anything, at this point. Rounds the final corner. Close to track limits. I think he kept it within the line there. Half a second down, though. Oh, and is that the stream over? Yep, the stream is dead. We're done. Stream's over. What's wrong with it?
I just reset it on your phone. So it's like okay. It should be back up now. It glitched it for a second. Oh, we gotta get everybody back in there now.
Apologies, folks. We are back. Drift King has entered the chat. Hello. Good to see you. One of our other main protagonists in Scorpio Super Formula. Good to see you in the chat. Apologies for the momentary hiccup on stream. For the gentleman in our other rig. Excuse me.
All right.
I'm already feeling my voice go hoarse. Oh boy. All right.
Looks like I'm all by myself up here. Anybody else in the chat here? What's up, AMS Drift King? What's going on? It's Greasy Sam Squanch talking to you, AMS Drift King. How you doing, man? Thanks for popping in. We had the stream drop, so you're the only one in here now. Hope you're doing well. Who has the fastest time? We're kind of up in a tower right now. I believe the fastest time by an amateur is 1:31 something. I'm not too sure. I kind of just got thrown on the mic. How you doing though, Drifting? Doing well? You having a good Friday? All good, man. You need a rest, no worries. We're working long shifts here, guys. 12-hour days on board. It's not just driving, let's do that. But for our winners, we have esports scholarship. The first place winner gets a $5,000 esports scholarship. Second place gets a $2,000. Our third place is a $1,000 scholarship for esports. Some esports colleges, what are they? Barton, Lewisburg, and what's the last one? I can't see the last one. They just took the big checks away. They're taking pictures. No worries. Alright, I lost the stream. I gotta find the stream on my phone now. Pull it back up. Where did it go? Alright, there we go. We got 2 drivers in qualifying right now. Wish they put their real names in here so we can call their names. I've lost the chat, so I don't know if anybody's talking or not. So. Oh.
The goat has arrived.
What's that?
The goat has arrived.
The goat has arrived. Who's that? I'm up here though. Lester in here somewhere?
I don't know what else to win. How's the qualifying going?
It's going. That one guy, Brett, that was up there, and he did a practice lap on the practice rig that was like Lester time.
Really?
Straight up. Then he did the qualifying. Didn't go so well. He got a lot of penalties. Oh, we got a driver just stopped in the middle of the road up there, so we'll go back to this person. Give you guys some in-car cockpit.
Hopefully everyone's enjoying watching the random people that come up here and try these laps.
I forget how to change the view on this thing. There you go. Look at me.
We're working on getting our X stream live now, so our 3rd stream. I am exhausted.
Me too. I am tired. We've been here since 8:30 a.m. and it is now 8 o'clock.
And it is now 1:30 go to bed.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
This old man needs to sleep. So we're going to go in the cockpit for a lap. Oh, we got a car parked in the middle of the road for qualifying. That's not usually what you want to see when you come around to start a lap.
That's industry standard.
Let's see how this driver does. Ooh. Got a little too hard on that loud pedal.
You know, the funny thing is with that time, is Lester did 2/10 better than that and said the only reason I did 2/10 better was so I didn't beat it by too much. In case someone beat it again, he was going to go back.
Yeah.
So
I think it's good to have a solid pro time up there so it gives the amateurs something to be like, okay,
for sure.
This is where I'm at, this is where this guy's at. This is a good time to come and beat us amateurs, guys, because we're not used to racing on these wheels.
Well, I will be back with Joe in the booth here momentarily.
There we go. Now I got the chat. I found you guys. Look at me go. It's like I've been YouTube before. 3 a.m. here. Oh my gosh, Yvette. You need to go to bed. Good job. Way to support the team, though. Way to support the team. That's good. 3 a.m. though, my brother. Time for some Z's. Voice sounds familiar. Nice, scripted. Nice. Sorry, it took me a while to find you guys in the chat. They took my device away that I was reading it once. I was left scrambling to find you guys again. They're not giving us a lot of information up here in this booth. I'm sitting on top of a Red Bull thing. I don't know. Up in the air. Well, hopefully we'll get some more people coming in tomorrow and the next day. And get a good group of people from this pro-am race. I'm excited for it. I'm not excited to drive on the T20. It's like learning how to drive again with a wheel. This guy's going around here. We got some people are struggling with some times on this football right here. The simulator. Yeah, they miss it, but that's just oh, looks like somebody went off the track there behind that driver. I want to see somebody come and set a monster lap time. I want to see it. Not happening yet, though. Not happening yet. So 139.3 from 763. Don't know the real driver's name. He's down there racing though. 139.3. Definitely got to drop a lot of time off of that. Uh-oh, you guys just crashing into the wall. All right, let's switch it up. Watch somebody that's actually driving around the track here. See how they do here. Get on the brakes, turn it in. Not bad, not bad. Another driver getting out of the way. It is a little tricky for some of these amateurs. We got two cars on the track, so oh, when he goes off, that's a tricky corner, that one. Turn 6, that's a tricky corner. Definitely gone off there a few times. It's another place you can pick up a lot of penalties too. Oh, not the yawns, guys. Apologize if you hear me yawning here. Old guy. Can't keep up with all these different people. There is a lot of stuff going on here, though. From my little tower, I can see people playing Fortnite, Doom, some other games. I don't even know what they are. We got pinball machines here. One of my favorites from back in the day, Silent Scope. I don't know if you guys remember that arcade game, but it's like a sniper game. It's pretty cool. So I'll age myself. 44, I was born in 1980, so I remember riding my bike to the arcade and jamming quarters into some of these machines. It's bringing back some wild memories, that's for sure. But the Red Bull booth here is definitely the booth to be at, for sure. The rigs have been busy with people. All right, this guy keeps crashing. Let's swap over to here. Looks like this guy's running up to his last lap of 139.3 is his fastest. Well, say it, you guys are in. If anybody's in yet, come check us out. Come join in, set a qualifying lap. You might have a good chance. You might have a good chance of some decent prizes. $5,000 scholarship. So, yeah. Wait, it's back! No, it's not. It's gone again. Oh, dear. There we go. No, this is my phone, I think. It's the plan that I got. It's tricky. Oh, wait, the lobby did crash. The lobby still looks like we had a lobby crash, so we're going to have to set up a new lobby. You want to set up a new lobby? No, that's PlayStation. That's normal. We just got to set up a new lobby. The lobby crashed. That's all it is. They'll just sit in that screen forever. All right. All right, we're having some technical difficulties here. I'm going to restart the room and get it back up again here. Yeah, it's not showing on there. Oh, there you go. Oh, no. It's still doing it. Are we on camera? Oh. We're on camera. You gotta let me know. You gotta let me know. Alright, sounds good. Alright, we're back in the live action here. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties there. PlayStation's crashing, lobby's crashing. All that fun stuff. Looks like they might get us on camera here, so you see my ugly mug again. All right, let's get this chat back up here. Get everything working.
It's been an interesting start, to say the least, folks. Obviously, we've been streaming now for probably just about over 2 hours at this point.
These guys are having trouble around here. These two drivers are going off the track every other corner here.
So we're gonna keep you on with Joe, right? Yes,
Yep,
Joe.
yep.
We're gonna keep you on with Joe, and I'm also gonna pass you off to one of our other color commentators. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I keep forgetting your name. We're gonna pass you off to the Duke of Hype. He's gonna introduce himself.
Yeah.
He will be helping you out here as we continue on with qualifiers here at Southern Fried Gaming Expo. Have fun, folks.
All right, we got the new man on the mic here. Don't sit in that chair; it will fall down.
All right.
Introduce yourself.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is your boy, the Duke of Hype, bringing you all the hype I can possibly bring. Good sir, I appreciate you letting me hop on the mic. How we looking today?
It's looking good. I just jumped on here myself. I'm enjoying it, watching these guys. Some of them doing well, some others not doing so well.
It'd be like that.
But that's all part of it, right? This is the tricky track.
Oh, is it? Okay, so I'm gonna be bluntly honest with you, my man. I know extremely little about Gran Turismo.
I got you, man. I do this every day, live streams every day.
There we go. There you go. So I'm gonna let you do all the technical talking, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh my God, look at that turn! Is this NASCAR?" I'm joking.
Well, they made a left turn, so that's kind of NASCAR. We gotta go right though. We gotta go right to change that.
So right now, though, we are in the middle of doing qualifiers, correct?
Yes, we are right now. That was. I
Okay.
think the fastest time we had is 1:31. Like I said, we don't have as much information up here as we need to have, so I will be having conversations with people down there tomorrow, so we have more information up here.
Right. Okay, well, and then nothing wrong with that. So, like you said, you've been doing live streaming for this. So, like, how'd you get into it? How long have you been doing it? What is the fun of doing the live
The
streaming?
fun for me on my live streams, I like driving from the back. I let my chat pick my car. I change a car every single race, so I don't do the meta cars. I just go have fun.
Wow.
And that's about it, really. Have chats with the people on stream. Just have good conversations with people.
Yeah.
Just have a good environment, good fun.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with
Sometimes
that.
racing's like a side thing we get talking about cooking channels, all sorts of random stuff.
You know what? I have a friend of mine. I know this is completely separate, but I have a friend of mine. He's really big into NASCAR and everything like that. And he has a podcast that he does. And when I tell you that boy can talk about NASCAR for hours, it is insane. It's like you said, it's like a cooking show. Just talking about it. And it's just information and everything.
The most fun thing about streaming for me is just not meeting people, hearing people's comments from all over the world, and then kind of getting to know them without really knowing them. It's really wild. It's kind of neat.
That's great. And I mean, this is a long-running game. And correct me.
Since day one.
Wow, really? Less than
97, man.
Shit.
17.
Oh my goodness. And so how long has 7 been out? 7's been out for a minute,
I
right?
want to say it came out 2022.
Okay. Not too long. Okay. And so, all right.
Something like that.
So this map that we're doing right now, is this like a standard map? Is this like one
This is a real track. This is the Red Bull Ring Formula One races here, along with a bunch of other things. But I'd say it's most famous for Formula One around here. Max Verstappen, home,
Gotcha.
The crowd with all the orange and all that. But yeah,
Gotcha. And
it's
so,
a tricky track. It's easy, but it's hard at the same time. It looks easy because but if you don't get things right here, you're picking up penalties all over the place.
right. Okay, so walk it through with me. So, what are the big things that you do and don't want to do on this track?
You don't want to run wide anywhere around here. You get a half-second penalty.
Okay.
You don't want to do that.
Oh, brother. Oh, no.
This car is so easy to spin, though. Like, especially in that first corner, it kind of lifts the car up. The weight comes off the ground while you're trying to turn. And if you do that when you're on the throttle, you go for a donut.
Oh.
Go for a donut.
As we saw, that's unfortunate. So I know you said about meta. What exactly is the meta for this game? I wouldn't even be
The meta
surprised.
cars, it's more for the daily races. Gran Turismo puts on these things. They change them every week. There's a daily A, daily B, and a daily C. Daily A is usually some sort of, I don't want to call it meme car or something like that. Everybody's in the same car, and you go do that one. Daily B is a shorter sprint race, either a GR3 car, a GR4 car.
Okay.
Then C is a longer race, maybe with a pit stop. And the meta cars are when people start setting the top times. It's the one consistent car, and then people continue that into the race.
Gotcha.
The problem with Gran Turismo the last little while, the dailies, is too many metas on track, in my opinion. Everybody's, it's boring, but nobody picks different cars, right? I have a blast driving around, driving different cars, but...
Right. I mean, variety is key. You know, if everyone's just picking the same thing, eventually it just gets boring. It's like, oh, who's better at driving the same car?
The problem with it is Gran Turismo has this thing called DR and SR, driver rating and sportsmanship rating. Sportsmanship rating's easy to handle as long as you're driving clean, but the driver rating, to get those points up to an A+ rating, it takes a lot of work, and you lose those points way faster than you gain them. So I understand why people take the meta car, because they want to do the best to get their score up.
Exactly. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense, especially with those two mechanics. That's a little shifty there. I know, right? The Lord have mercy. Oh, hold on. Do we need to check this guy's license?
I think this guy's on his last lap here right now. What is it? 136.9 for C.
Oof. Okay. 133. Hey. And, real quick here, we also always want to give a big shout out to Southern Fried Gaming here. We're having a grand time. And, of course, our sponsors, Red Bull, doing a phenomenal job. How many Red Bulls have you had so far?
0.
Really?
I don't drink Red Bull. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink any energy drinks.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I usually don't either, but I finally had my first Red Bull in I don't know how long.
If I have any kind of energy drink, you'll find me in the corner just shaking. It's not a good look. Not a good look.
But listen, everyone here loves it, and that's what really matters, because everyone is getting them. There's so many cans all over the place.
It's the drink. It's the motorsports and the sporting behind it. The drink is just a
secondary.
Look on it there kind of thing. They're into everything. You watch anything Red Bull, they're doing it the most extreme. Extreme.
That is true. But listen, as they say, Red Bull gives you wings.
Yeah, drop you out of space too.
Right, honestly. So, all right. So you've been playing it since day one.
Day one, yeah.
God, Lord.
I didn't really get full on into it, building a rig and getting the wheel and the base till probably the Gran Turismo Academy popped up. I think that was 2011 or 12, somewhere around there. That's when you had the chance to. The movie was based off the Gran Turismo movie.
Right.
Same idea. You make it through the story mode of the TV show. Get it right in a real car.
Nice.
Which would have been a dream.
Yeah, right. So, now that we mentioned that, actually, so what did you think about the movie?
You know what? I liked it. I was kind of expecting the cheesiness of it, of the Hollywood thing, and yes, it has cheesy moments, but I think they conveyed it in a decent way. I thought it was decent. My kids liked it. I enjoyed watching it with them. And we actually went to the theater and watched it in the D-box where the seats move and stuff. So
really?
Wow. Back in the seat, whatever. But yeah,
that's
I enjoyed
crazy.
The movie. I know some people hated on it, but
a casual like me, I enjoyed the visuals. I thought the visuals was really clean.
The thing with the movie, if you play the game and you watch a lot of the streamers, they used a lot of clips from. There was one shot in the movie where they have a whole bunch of streamers up on screen, and those are all actual YouTubers that play the game and stream it live.
See?
Which is pretty cool. They did some stuff like that, which was neat.
Oh my goodness, this man right here. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Let's see what the other guy. Oh, they're in the pits. Never mind. We won't go to that drive. We won't go to that drive.
Oh, my brother in Christ. Okay, so real quick on the right here, we have this first second. Are these all the drivers that have finished?
That's just this guy's laptop.
Oh, this guy's laptop.
6 laps here. He should be finishing up now. This would be his out lap. That one's a penalty lap. And then the 36.9 would be his qualifying time.
Right. Oh, wow.
I think we're out of qualifiers, guys. I don't see anybody else left in the line here.
Okay. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Maybe we'll get one of our pros in there if we don't have any more amateurs.
Word on the street is we have some boys flying overseas to compete in this qualifiers. We're on the street.
Really?
That's what I heard. We're on the street.
Overseas. Canada for this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's Leicester. We're from the same city.
Gotcha. Okay.
The Oilers didn't win.
I feel like
Florida got us.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So okay, all right. So how do I say this without starting a whole riot? What?
Controversy. I like it. Let's go.
what is the biggest difference? And I kind of already know the answer, but I'm just going to do it anyways. What is the biggest difference between Forza and Gran Turismo? When you get down to the nitty gritty, granted, I know like Horizon's way more arcade. Yeah, right. Yeah.
I do believe they're going cross-platform now. I played Forza back in the day. I think it was Forza 3 I played it. And I enjoyed it back then. I thought it was pretty fun. The new one, I haven't played that much. My son has played it. He thinks it's all right, but he prefers the Formula 1 game to that because it's a little more realistic.
Right.
People may say it's a little arcadey and stuff like that, but they say the same thing with Gran Turismo.
Right.
It's the different levels of driving ones. Like if you get guys that are in iRacing, these are arcade games to them. For us, maybe it's a simcade, you know.
Right.
There's all sorts of terms.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's definitely a lot of different terms when it comes to racing, and that's something I had to learn along the way, that, you know, you have your arcade racers, like, you know, Ridge Racer, you know, Need for Speed, yep. And then you have your simulation, which I always considered a Gran Turismo being a simulation.
But you could look at it this way, too. Racing simulator, it's simulating racing. So if you're in whatever game it is and you're driving or racing, it's technically simulating it. Whether it's a good simulation or a bad simulation has to be determined. But fine, you take the word for what it is. Any game you're driving a car, it's a sim.
Right, exactly. And you know, and speaking of iRacing, what is like iRacing definitely took off back in like the COVID days.
COVID blew kind of esports thing up like crazy.
It's crazy. And so what is so fascinating about iRacing? Like Gran Turismo, I see the fascination.
iRacing is like top level. You don't want to just jump in there and do well, or you're not going to do well. You have to take your time. You have to set up a car. There's a lot more time involved before you even get in a race.
Right.
The beauty of Gran Turismo is plug and play.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Jump in. You don't have to wait for anything. You just go and play.
Right.
But iRacing, it also costs a lot more. You have to pay per track, per car.
Yeah. Subscription service.
Exactly. Yeah. So it can get out of control. But at the same time, it's one of the better sims out there where it does really sim. Where there's a guy out there, Daniel Morad. He's a Canadian sim racer. He raced on iRacing. He went into real racing. He's won the 24-hour Daytona a few times now with his team. And, he's said straight up that iRacing, he's taken his real race car and then gone on to a sim in iRacing. He said they're very similar, very, very similar.
Wow.
The only thing you don't get in a simulator is the fear of death. Right?
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Except for anything, you can go as fast as you want in a video game. You do that in a real car and you start seeing that speedo go up. You're like,
oh my god. Yeah. Honestly, that's always the big thing. Like, you know, you're playing a video game. Why don't you be behind the real car? And it's like, well, I mean, borderline.
I need that behind the wheel of the real car. I love my go-kart. I do that all the time. I'm faster in real life than I am on the video.
Fair. And so right now, as you definitely see, so again, I'm gonna be a filthy casual. What can constitute as a clean lap and a penalty lap?
Penalty lap will show up red. Clean one would be anything like that.
Right.
Just blank. But if you see purple, that's the fastest. That would probably, if somebody beats the lap record, it'll pop up here.
Gotcha.
That'll be game changer times for sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, ironically enough, the same person here is the person that's racing now who has the best record.
Well, no, they all have the same number. So each one of our rigs is tied to a single PlayStation. So ignore the names on the side. That's the part of the information we're missing, the driver's name.
Gotcha.
That's what we need up here. So you say, so-and-so is doing their lap here.
Gotcha.
And it's difficult to tell who's doing what. It's all in the same cars for me.
Gee, I know, and that goes back to that variety. Having a little bit of variety will go far. So with this tournament, this qualifier, is everyone going to be required to use the same car?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody uses the same cars. It's up to them if they want to run automatic
or manual
or traction control or ABS if they're crazy enough to turn it off.
Oh my gosh.
But all the same car, same track. They get 6 laps. And whatever happens in 6 laps, that's what you get, right?
Okay, now let's be honest here. And I kind of know the answer, but let's be honest. What's better, manual or automatic?
100%. Manual. For any beginner out there that wants to get serious into this game and start playing it, I'm going to tell you guys what Turismo Lester told me in the beginning. Lester is like this fast guy. He said, just learn it without the AT. Turn your ABS on, get rid of the traction control, go to manual, struggle bus it for as long as you can, and eventually you'll get it, and you'll be faster forward in the end.
Right.
Manual transmission is
Jeez, you hate to see that. That is tough. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. One of the big things I love about watching people is definitely watching them spin out of control, especially on these racing wheels, especially if they're new and they've never done it before.
Yeah.
It's quite hilarious.
And mind you, these wheels and pedals were run on our G29s. I had one of these things like 10 years ago.
Wow.
So for me getting on that, I can barely drive them, but it's so bad because it's learning how to drive all over from the correct drive and the load cell and all that stuff. But
oh wow.
we get close to the times, but our times on our rigs at home, I think like mid 28, 128 second lap times, and I think the fastest pro on the G29 is Lester. He did the 129.2, I think he did.
Hey, real quick, look behind you. Always got to smile for the camera. Always. And shout out to our camera lady. She is a phenomenal photographer.
She's got a baby on her back.
Yeah, exactly.
All day.
With the baby, exactly. And that's a sassy baby, too, let me tell you. Phenomenal. We're having a great time here at Southern Fried Gaming. Is this your first time at Southern Fried?
It is, yeah. First time in Atlanta. First time here. This is my first time to any gaming expo.
Wow.
Yeah,
Welcome.
There's some cool stuff here. I was saying, it's like me being sold. I'm looking at Silent Scope down there. I remember riding my bike to the arcade and trying to corners into that machine.
Dude, yes, it is a great time out here. Everyone's just having a good time, you know, just relaxing. There's a lot of pinball. This actually started as a pinball convention. It was really, it's really focused on the pinball machines, and there's competitions and everything. People buying pinball machines here and everything. Yeah,
like brand new pinball machines.
Exactly.
They did that.
Yep. So like, this is more focused on that, but they add a little bit of this and that in there to make it more, you know, more social friendly. Woo. Don't ask me that question because I don't know. But this is not its first time. I'll tell you that. It's at least been 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. So this definitely has come a long way. And you know, CGS, they were their first time here was actually not last year, but the year before last was their first year here at this event. And essentially they were the new kids on the block, providing all this setup and everything of that nature. You know, it's just been a great time. You know, CGS, which, you know, shout out to Mike Everett, you know, that's the boy. You know, they do a great job of providing entertainment across the board for, you know, the kids, parents, adults, you know, because kids always need something while the parents are going off doing their own thing. So
we got a rig up here set up just for little kids. On small setting.
See,
I think the biggest guy on the stage got into it at one point. It was kind of funny to see that, but
oh my gosh,
he fit in it somehow. I don't know, but it was like scrunched up.
It'd be like that sometimes. But yeah, we're gonna be here all weekend, and you know, just going through it. I know these racers, you know, they go through it because Mike does this. You know, he does this all the time at all of the shows. He even did it at my convention, and like, you know, it goes like people just hop on it just cause, you know, whether they want to compete or not. And it's so funny because we'll go up to them and be like, hey, you know, we're doing qualifiers and you have the fastest time, and they'll be like, wait, what? And they're like, yeah, if you want to, you know, we want to keep going, you know, you want what? Oh, okay, sure, why not, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I got the text message to ask if I wanted to come out as a pro driver for this thing like a week before the event. And I was like, well, yeah, I guess, sure.
Why not, right? Yeah. What's better, you know, than going out, going to new places, seeing different drivers, maybe laugh at them?
As an Edmontonian, that Atlanta airport, oh my, getting
huge, right?
It is so intimidating and huge.
I hate it.
I got on that little shuttle in the tunnel. I wasn't holding on. I was like, you know, it's like a bus. It won't go very fast. I took like 10 steps to the back of the bus.
Oh, brother.
It's funny.
Listen, you gotta learn. one way or another.
Yeah. First time here. It's been an experience.
Oh my goodness, my man.
Straight in the wall. All right, let's see what the other guy's doing down there. I think he's on track. Oh, he's got a He's got a
You will be forced to decelerate at the next penalty time. Why did that happen?
You go wide. You go over that white line. Anywhere over that white line, you pick up a half-second penalty around here. Even for us, the top drivers, the top split, is very difficult to get around here without getting a penalty.
All right. Dang.
You go across there, wide penalty.
Wow.
Last corner here, if you go wide, penalty.
Oh.
That guy just got one there. Same with the first corner, but every corner. It can be really frustrating around here, especially when you go side by side with some people.
Oh, right.
You don't get all the space you need, or you're trying to get the space and you got to go over.
Okay. We gotta ask. Gotta ask again. Ooh, what was that? That was a little jingy turn there.
That's the bumpy turn. That's turn one in Red Bull. There's a sausage curve on the inside. If you take it just right, you can kind of get up on two wheels. It jostles the car. You have to hold it.
Gotcha.
manage it. But
Okay, so let me ask you this. I know we talk about clean racing, you know, etiquette, everything like that nature, but is there advantages to getting a little aggressive, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a fine line. You know, since I started the YouTube channel, I have to play a little more fair. But there's times where drivers totally get out of your skin, and they're just doing dumb things on track, and you try and retaliate. When I try and retaliate, it works worse for me. I end up getting a big penalty, and I get more off the track than they do. So I stay away from doing it. But there are people in this game that they made themselves a reputation of being dirty drivers, where they just go out and just take people out.
Yeah,
Run into them all the time. That is a frustrating part of the game because a lot of people just want to get on a good side by side.
Right. So you're saying that there's trolls.
100%.
What? You can't avoid them. There's trolls and everything.
That one right there.
Really? Oh my god.
You don't know Spy's name, right? You know his name.
Oh my goodness. So
yeah, he's had a reputation for being a little dirty every once in a while.
he looks it. Don't you stop.
Just bashing the poor guy. He's not even up.
Listen, it's fine. What he doesn't know won't hurt him until he looks at the mod.
The legendary dirty driver in Gran Turismo is from the European region. It's Kimi Bellicini. There are thousands of videos on YouTube of this guy. Just the worst thing is he's a good driver. He's fast enough to wreck people, get wrecked, catch back up, and do it again.
Wow.
I think he's been banned multiple times.
I was getting ready to say, like, you get banned?
PlayStation, whatever, right?
That's crazy.
I think he came down at the beginning of PlayStation ban at one point. But yeah, but these guys that do the punting and all that stuff, they got into a science where they don't get penalties for it. And that's why everybody complains with this game, like the penalty system's broken.
Right.
In a lot of ways it is. Like, if you get that accordion effect, like somebody slowing down too much, and they hit them and they stop, and then you bump into them and it kicks them off, you're going to get the penalty for it, even though really they're part
They I was getting ready to say, brake check, essentially, right?
Almost, yeah. There's nothing you can do about it.
That's crazy. That's wow.
Another driver stepping in the ring here.
Oh.
Not sure. Oh, we got two drivers stepping in.
Oh my goodness! I see some guys with jerseys, so that must mean they're the big leagues, they're the big boys, the big fish.
Chip down there.
Okay.
And Spy, Lester, Payme, and the other guy, B2S Brisky.
Oh my goodness!
All for Scorpio Racing.
Oh wow!
I myself versus Antoine with S7.
So you want to get down there and run the lap, maybe?
Maybe
at some point.
I did it earlier.
Okay.
My best time I was at 30.2. Wasn't very good, but that was like 7 laps, so I didn't put it good.
30, like 30
1
seconds?
minute 30
Oh, 1 minute 30.
Yeah.
Okay. You're ready to say, like...
No, 30. That'd be gold. I'd be the top game.
Right, honestly. Good Lord.
Off the lap.
So like, let's get back to the penalty and the trolling and everything. So, like, when you're out there doing that and everything, like, is there like a strike rule or anything like that? No, wow. It's just...
that's when SRDR comes into play.
Gotcha.
So if you're wrecking people all the time, it's going to affect your SR. The penalties you get affect your SR.
Oh.
You get what some people have. It's a DRSO.
Ooh.
Basically, they said you've done so much dirty things where you're taking your rating away and you're going to the gulag essentially.
Wow. Wow. That's kind of intense. That's kind of intense.
You don't want a DR%.
Okay. This guy, my man. You wanna hop on real quick? Introduce yourself real quick. Yeah. Hold on. Go ahead.
I don't even have to say a word. They just know who the GOAT is when he comes up the steps.
Don't sit.
You entertain the peeps, Joe?
We've been entertaining them, yeah. I think so. We only got 6 people watching us, so we're trying to entertain them.
I think.
Are there other streams?
Yeah.
Well, I need all the information.
I know. That's what I came up for. One, I get a free break, which I really need. And the chair works. Look at me. I'm like, I'm too scrawny. I'll
hurt yourself.
Seriously, I'll put in whatever.
To the other streams we're streaming out there, hello to everybody. I don't have the chat for all of you. But we had Drifting in here. We had AMS Drifting in here.
Oh, yeah?
Saying what's up.
Looks like it's actually, I didn't notice this from the floor because just walking around the event center and whatnot, but we're getting cloudy. I feel like that's the whole time because I thought I set the settings.
We had to start a new lobby up because it crashed. So this new lobby is only sitting at 27 minutes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I hope everybody out there in YouTube land is having a good Friday evening, whatever it is for you, wherever you are in the world.
Yeah, if you're in Atlanta and you're not here, you should definitely be here.
Yeah.
Is there even an entry fee for this?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah?
I see people walking around with tags saying Friday on them, so I don't know if you can buy a weekend pass. Maybe this is some information we need.
Yeah,
We
this
need
probably is some information. This is day one information we don't have.
Bones.
Yeah, bare bones. Throwing random people up in the booth every little bit.
I think the big things we need are the names of the drivers up here right away.
Yeah.
So we know who we're driving around and all the stream information so we can see the streams and chat to everybody that's out there. Man, I didn't even notice that giant blow up Mario doll over there.
Well, they just added a third stream rig, or like third quali rig.
Oh, did
Yeah,
Oh, look
yeah.
at that. We got a third.
Because we went from like we've been full the whole time, but then like the lines, like we started getting a line, and I don't know if it's because I think the Tetris stuff ended or what, but
Oh yeah.
yeah.
There's everything going on here. I see a kid playing soccer right now next to somebody playing Fortnite.
Yeah, there's literally everything here. If you happen to come across the stream and you are in Atlanta area, which I don't even know what that area really
It's big.
is encompassed of.
This small town Edmontonian.
Yeah.
This city's. Let me tell you something. It's big. It's different.
But there is some great.
It's hot. It's hot out here.
Option.
There's the humidity out here. It's
Yeah,
killing
no,
me.
this is both of us. I might as well be Canadian being from Minnesota.
We went
I'm
on a
like
walk
borderline.
yesterday, this guy and myself, in whatever temperature it was. By the end of it, I was dripping in sweat.
We ordered an Uber to go a whopping like 2.5 blocks, I think, because we were sweating so bad.
So bad. This
Which is-
Canadian boy needs the cold.
It's exactly what you want to hear is how much we were sweating on our walk, I'm sure.
Dripping.
Also, though, like, where is the ice? Like, you'd think there'd be like freezies or snow cones in here somewhere.
Yeah, I saw it.
And
Well, at the
you
gas
did?
station we went to, there's Slurpees there.
I mean, just even in the event here.
Yeah, they should have
Like,
something
they
that.
have a junk food custom junk food? I didn't know you could customize junk food. I don't.
What?
Yeah. See, this is the nice thing about being up in this
Custom
booth.
arcade. I don't know
Oh.
if they customize our controllers or something.
All right.
I don't know. There's a lot
I
of
will
things,
refrain from judging the marketing of
right?
that,
And I
but
drove by
yeah.
it, I was like, oh, junk food.
Yeah, right?
Give me some gummy candies. All right, what do we got for a time for this gentleman here? 133.4. That's not a bad time. That's not a bad time. That's outlap.
Yeah, this was, is this, I don't, I wish I knew what rig was what, but I know there's one gentleman down there that has
Right out
gloves
here.
on, so you know he's serious. But also he was here for quite a while earlier.
Okay, yeah, let's see if we can figure out who he is here. I need to switch this camera to
Yeah,
figure out who he
he's the
is.
far right rig. But yeah, he was here practicing earlier for
I do believe this is our guy
a couple
right here.
hours.
Coming down into the turn. Yeah, this is our guy right here with the gloves on. So we'll leave it on him here and see what he does here. He's the 33.4. And we lost our pro time in the purple. So ignore the purple lap time there. It is not the fastest lap time of qualifying. I think it's a 31 something, 31.2.
The pro time?
No, amateur. Top amateur time.
Yeah, it was a 31 something. I don't know, honestly.
That's what
I think-
we need to list the times in here too.
I know, and I think, oh, we actually
Or
have
at least
that.
the top three.
We do
times
have
anyway,
that,
So
yeah.
you can just say if the top three change or whatever, right?
Let's see here.
All right, coming down on the start finish straight. Let's see what kind of time he's got. He's got a 32.7. All right,
think
he's
he'll
getting
get some
faster.
more.
He's getting
Yeah.
faster. That's a decent time. Let's see if he can shave some more off here. So turn one.
It's all in that first
Yes.
turn one.
Turn one and turn two. Coming
Yeah.
into turn two. If you don't get the power down right there, you're struggling the whole way down the next.
You know, have you seen any of these guys really utilizing like the full runoff like you're supposed to here?
No, I haven't. I've known
Nobody?
a couple guys. This guy's getting closest to using most of the track that I've seen. But it seems like a lot of these guys, when they start to use the track like that, they get up on the curbs and they lose it. We had a guy come up and do his practice laps. He did a Leicester time. He did. He's an iRacer, the motion rig, the whole thing. But when he
I
got
saw
on the
like the
qualifying rig, he did do it.
130.2 earlier from a Forza driver.
Yeah, that guy.
That was him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He dropped into the 29s.
Yeah.
But he couldn't put it together in the qualifying lap. Couldn't get it together. Apparently he's won a couple of these.
Yeah.
Like second place, first place in the company. He's been coming here for a few years, apparently. All right, is he going to improve? Ooh, nope, 8 seconds off a lap.
Yeah, he spun on T2.
Yeah, we sit and wait. Start another lap.
This is one of those guys, though, where I'm like, if he watched like Lester or Paymalik do a lap,
Or,
yeah, you know, he'd probably shave a second off just off the basis of watching them.
That's why he's going to pick up a penalty there. That lap, this next lap's probably not going to work either. No penalty. What? That's impressive. All right, so
I have informed Joe now. We have brought Joe into the ring of information.
yes, that was correct. The fastest time, it was Brett, that Forza driver. A 131.3 is the fastest qualifying time of the night so far. We have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people qualify so far. 8 people so far. But
We have like 4 or 5 waiting, I think. That's why they opened up the other time. Because, yeah, we only have a couple races now.
I don't know how long we go till for this.
We have no idea. Yeah, we're here all night. We're gonna sleep here likely.
Probably.
Not really, but time. Yeah.
Labor rates. Like, a lot of work to put this together, that's for sure. Let's just say that. A lot of work goes to put this together. There's a lot of wires. A lot of wires. Yeah. Oh, that's one thing.
Anything else?
The Lester tells you did anything. No. He didn't do shit. He rolls in and out like a fog. Where did he go anyway?
I don't know.
He went back to the hotel.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. He's like a
fog. Rolls in and out when it wants.
Yeah, that's a good way. I was gonna try to think of a coaxing an animal type of thing.
Coaxing
Like,
an animal.
yeah, like I felt like that was me dragging him out of the hotel room.
Here's the carrot.
Oh, yeah.
You know what you gotta do. All right.
I really hope this is my
All right,
lemonade.
that's the end of this driver's lap time. So 133.4 for this driver. Oh, wait.
Oh no, he did that 32.5.
Is that guy?
No, or not the 32.5. Sorry, he had a 32.7.
Times are weird.
Use the official recording device that I have.
Yeah, I think so, because the times have been popping up weird on here, it seems like. All right, let's find another car to follow here. The guy's going in the proper direction, so we'll follow this person here. It is a gentleman, I made sure. Oh, I think Paymay's trying to talk to us.
They're setting up our third camera for mobile usage. Likely, probably going to be really fun to use during the final, but you know, today's like our setup day where like absolutely none of this stream we've done with it.
Trial run.
It's all been just us just doing this on the fly.
What you got, man?
And yeah. To you, I shared it, yeah. The microphones we have no mute button, I don't think either. So
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so you're just gonna hear whatever conversations are happening.
There's a power button, that's it.
Yeah.
These are fancy, like, broadcasting microphones. I don't know. Apparently this one, you gotta chew on it so they can hear you.
Is that how you got it to work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it in your mouth.
Yeah.
I want to hear your tongue. Tell you what, I'm getting hungry, man. I'm getting hungry.
Had a burger Murph's way at Murph's.
How was it?
It's really good.
I went to
actually.
that quick trip or whatever with Sketch. Or not Sketch, who's the other guy?
Risky? Is that what you call it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Sketch. They took me to this like little gas station or whatever, and they had and they had like a grilled cheese sandwich with bacon, tomatoes, and lettuce. It's pretty decent. Normally I don't go for gas station food, but he recommended. He's from Atlanta. I was like, all right, went in Atlanta, try Atlanta.
Yeah, Lester told me what poutine is. Yeah, like really. I'm like
fries and cheese curd.
Yeah, it just. I was like, that sounds great. Like, I don't know.
It's good. If you like gravy and cheese, man, you can't go wrong. Yeah. You really can't go wrong. But yeah, I'm not a big gravy guy personally, but yeah, I lose my Canadian card when I say that. But I drink enough maple syrup on stream and I get it back.
That's fair.
Looking for a proper lap time from this driver here. He's only doing red laps so far, so no qualifying times entered in so far by this driver.
I think it's probably the Hawaiian shirt. I'm just kidding. I love guys in Hawaiian shirts.
Hawaiian shirts are awesome. Getting off the Hawaiian shirt, especially if you got the holidays to rock it. When you're rocking the shorts with it, it's even better. That's the Expo.
I'm like, I don't know
if he's got the shorts. I may not get.
Yeah, I mean, either. Like,
who are we following?
I don't know. I think we're going way too deep into the Hawaiian wardrobe. That shows you how exciting these laps are, ladies and gentlemen. The greatest break, only break I've had all day, I think.
The only break I had was I sat down in that car to go to the gas station to get some food. It's good. It's good. I think I might need another.
Did you ever do a lap?
Yeah, I did. I got in that 10-lap race or whatever.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
So I did 5 laps. I did a 30.2.
Yeah.
I wouldn't class myself as a pro on the G29 anymore. It's a steep learning curve.
No, honestly, I feel like it's slow. Like I feel like I'll just get on controller and beat everyone. Like if I was trying, because it definitely nerfs like
on the G29.
Yeah.
Fanatec and the load cell is easy 2-second loss for me.
That's crazy.
Maybe not so much with Lester because he's a freak.
I feel like he's just used to using crap too.
Yeah.
Like he seems
he actually
to
busted out and knocked the dust off his G29 before he came.
He's that. Yeah, that's him though. I mean, he's like.
I sold my G29 many moons ago, many moons. But you know what? Best bang for your buck entry wheel, G29.
Yeah.
It's cost effective. It gets you in. You can do stuff with it. I made it to top 16 Superstar races with that setup. So.
Oh, that's fair. I honestly, the whole force feedback thing, like I've never felt it before.
No,
And right away, I'm like, this is just giving me extra things I don't need.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah. There's like, a lot more to compute for sure.
Yeah. Like I feel like it's not vibration that tells me what happens. It's real life.
Yeah. You get those little kicks. And those little kicks, when I'm assuming on a controller, you won't feel them, so you don't react to it. Sometimes you get a kick like that on a wheel, you react to it, and you do the wrong reaction.
No, it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense why people will just spin out. Like
it's fun on the wheel. But once you go down the wheel route, though, it's a deep wormhole, and it gets expensive. Unless you want a G20.
Yeah, which as entry, like that's my thing when you say like cheap. Like that's good to have an entry wheel, but also like. Do you want a cheap entry wheel? Do you? Because I got on that, and my first thought process was like, definitely not. I'm just gonna stick with my controller.
It depends.
And
granted, it depends on your budget, really, and how serious you want to get on it. If you balling on a budget, you only got $300-400. That's your choice. It's gonna get the job done. You have pedals, you'll have a wheel. Like I said, once you get used to it, you can compete at top level with it. But if you get a bigger budget, you go direct drive. The direct drive and the load cell on the brakes are the game changer. Absolutely.
Yeah. See, that's why I'd have to do that out the gate because
you would like.
Well, probably. I get on those and I'm like, I'm like, this is.
You're one of those crazy people that can drive on a controller. Like I can't even do that. Like it's just embarrassing to see me on a controller driving. You can drive the controller pretty good.
31.4, is that recent?
I don't know. That one set a while ago. I don't think.
Yeah, that just set.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, whoever just popped in is doing some time.
Time right there.
Yeah, look at that. That was me on top of it right there. We found that.
First purple we've had in a while. We used to see red up here.
Yeah, he's a 10th up too.
Oh, is it going to improve the map?
This might be our best. Or was that 30 on the quali?
Yeah,
it was.
31.2. I
don't know. Do it. Oh yeah.
131. Second lap times. Did he improve? Oh, he didn't. He must have lost a lot of time. Let's go. Oh, and he crashes. That's ready curve on turn one. I tell you what, that's just the best of us out all the time.
What is showing that? I see. I hate when it doesn't. Look at it showing a 30.
Yes, I don't know if these times are.
They're recording.
Yeah,
For what that happens.
times that we're seeing up here
Yeah.
on 420. Sometimes we get it off.
It'll be much better too if he just beats that time then, and we'll have our first 30, I think, right?
And 70 pictures.
It would be really nice if we end up with 4 quote unquote amateurs that are going to be able to.
Yeah, he's set a better time than I was about what I did for a time. So there's one guy at least on par with me, unless I somehow find a miracle in another half a second.
I think considering we all hopped on it with like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Chip setting the camera up to see the whole line.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, nice. We got some professional camera-age now. So that's good.
Going live. Recording. Hi, everybody.
We're close too, if we're not already. Yeah, let's how are we sitting for people?
We're missing a few, man. Lester's on for the night, guaranteed. Yeah, he's stressed. He's stressed, man.
There's something about spiders coming down from the ceiling. I don't know. Yeah, they were like, we knew Aaron was checked out when he was talking about spiders. He was up here doing the stream stuff for
he's getting tired. That's for
the whole day. Yeah.
Oh, my little son, Jade, got third in his softball throw. And what did he get? First in 50 meters. Ow! I'm gonna plug my little kid. Proud dad. Sorry, guys.
You know, you kind of see.
Do some better times here.
Yeah, you know, I really thought.
Looks like we got a bit of a lineup. It's still popping up. Whether or not they're going to qualify, who knows? Yo, what is it? One guy on the track right now qualifying.
Why do I get the feeling that dude's fast?
Which two?
The one next to Paymay right now on the left that just sat down behind the Huracan.
Giving you that vibe, eh?
I don't know. He just, I don't know why. I don't know why, but I was like, I feel like he's fast.
Could be. You never know.
Oh, and he went right.
Yeah, he did.
Right to the view.
He is running traction control though, so we'll see. he gets on there and shuts it off. Yeah. We can't stream the person we're watching from up on this tower here. He's just doing the practice right now. It looks like he's driving a Lamborghini. We're letting the people just play on the other rigs on the Red Bull time trial, so they can pick kind of whatever cars they want for it. Give it a little whirly bird. See somebody in a Mustang. It's a little kid in a Mustang over there. We got an Alpha MC. Looks like a who's driving an MC over there. Looks like the other one might be a Ferrari. Is that what the dash of the Ferrari looks like? I can't remember. I think it does.
Ship snouts.
Huh? That is a legit tugboat. With 1 foot. A 131.002. 1 foot.
What? How did he want? What do you mean
1 foot? Like, the times aren't popping up here correct.
Yeah, sometimes the times.
He hit a better time. Yeah, the time falls to 30.7. Okay, that's good. He's he's the second fastest driver then.
He is the fastest, I think.
Oh wait, yeah, he is the fastest. Like, literally 1 foot. Oh. The last driver just set a 130.7. He's 1 foot driver.
So get back.
That's impressive.
Did you say it to him? Did you say it to him?
No, not at all.
How do we fix that for him?
You got big legs, skinny dudes can get in amazing, man. Yeah, we had one guy come in. He really struggled to get his feet on the pedals. He was hitting all the pedals at the same time. Like all three were going down.
That's got to be something we could do. 'Cause that's like if he's really doing that on 1 foot. Like I literally wanted to jump out and go down there and be like, "Yo."
It's the nature of the beast of those rigs, right? Having that pole up the center. Recommended bring the mark for the rig. Don't live on the road. All right, do we
It's
have
gotta
anybody
be-
on track right now? We do not have anybody on track right now. I'm gonna go down there and talk to them. We got new. Oh wait, is that the qualifying there? Only got 2.
We got 3 rigs now for quality. Remember?
Yeah, they just went back down to 2.
And we got somebody hopping in there.
All right.
Why don't you have Southern? Hey, man. We're gonna bring some comfort up into the boot. He's finding an excuse. I come up in the booth. Yeah, we need some Southern comfort up here, you know. Thanks. Yeah, is that when this thing stops? Yeah, Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, it makes sense. It's going. I got drug up here, but then I realized it wasn't so bad because it's like a free break, you know? Kind of is. I still don't even know what he's like trying to Navy SEAL me from over here, you know? Just. I don't know. You see me 412? I don't know. I think he was talking about the time, but 10-4, yeah, that one. Let's see, what do we got here? I got nothing. How's it going, broadcast manager? Yeah, for now, we can do it like a beat. Because I think everyone needs like a yeah. Yeah, well, they can hear. Yeah, guys, so we'll be right back. We're going to take a little break. We're going to keep the video feed up, but yeah. Southern Comfort didn't want to come up here and be comfortable.
So I often get a lot of questions from parents like, what is esports, right? And so often my response is, at one point in time, many of us were actually esports competitors. So esports is just competitive video gaming. We are in our second year of our esports team here at Barton College. This year we have over 35 students competing on our team in a wide range of games. So we are first competing in League of Legends, Fortnite, Madden, NBA 2K, and Smash. And so we compete in those games in multiple different organizations, but the primary one is the National Association of Collegiate Esports, which is NACE, and that's kind of like the NCAA of esports. Yeah, so our esports arena, it's a state-of-the-art arena. We have 35 different spaces where we have PCs as well as consoles. We're very fortunate to have Greenlight come in with the internet, and so we have a dedicated internet downstairs here in the arena. Super functional. Students, when they come here, they get their own station that they can game on. So within NACE, the National Association of Collegiate Esports, we actually play against the largest colleges in the country. So last year we were playing games against Duke, Alabama, you name it. So as a small school, it's kind of fun where we can go on and take on some of the larger schools, and we've had some good success with that as well. We have students from all different walks and ranges of life. They come in from all over the world. They're very different, especially in the games that they play and the skill sets that they bring in too. Really anyone who's interested in gaming, really has a passion for it is who we're looking for and who we actively recruit to receive our scholarships for our team. Our scholarship opportunities are super competitive with other teams across the country. If we see athletes that we really want to bring in, they'll typically be able to get scholarship by us as we go through. So we make sure that we're competitive because we really want to be one of the best teams in the country as we're going through and as we're emerging through as a leader in the space. Anyone who's interested in the team and joining our team, all you need to go to is bartonesports.com. On that website, you'll see an Apply Now button that you can just go through and fill out our application. And that will indicate to me that you're interested in our team. And then shortly thereafter, one of our staff members will be in contact with you. So we're really big on social media. So we're obviously in on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter are some of our big ones. The world has changed quite a bit, the digital acceleration that we're seeing. And so it's a really exciting time. And yeah, make sure that you come in and look at our space. You can come in and tour it. We're happy to have you here and to see what we have to offer.
Welcome back to the stream. You have Chip Reese in the booth here at Southern Fried Gaming Expo, watching the qualies happen for the live Pro-Am that's going to happen on Sunday, 2 to 4 here in Atlanta. So we got a couple qualifiers in and some laps. The current leader, 130.704, who did that with 1 foot, which, if you know racing, going with 1 instead of 2, he could have went faster. So we'll see what he gets coming up. We got some good drivers coming in and setting some lap times. We expect to have better ones as the time goes by this weekend. So you should come in, set your lap time, and see if you have what it takes. Me, unfortunately, fast, nope. Friendly, yes. Slow but friendly. But we got some pros down here, such as Turismo Lester, Greasy Sam Squatch, Paymay, and VQS Risky, who you'll be able to team up with on Sunday and run if you can get into the top 4 of the amateur division. So come out, have some fun. But as you can see, coming in here at Red Bull Ring, courtesy of Red Bull, our sponsor for this tournament, gotta cut the apex. Everyone's looking for what can make them faster at this track. And the answer is abusing track limits, taking it to the edge. If you think you're on the limit, you're not. And that's where we are here. He was 0.4 slow on that lap. So let's see if he can create something a little better. Let's check in with our other contestant who's leading at 4 pent. He's got a 38.036 right now, which is a couple seconds off what he would need to make it in. It put him in the top 8 now, but preemptively early on, it's not what's going to be needed to make it to the final. You're probably looking at needing a 35 or better to have a chance for the finale race of the amateurs. Right now, he's on pace. Let's see. Oh. Let's get it right along inside the car. No. Let's do a lap with him. Here we are, headed to the penalty zone. Into the final set of turns. You're gonna brake here on the outside, come across the apex, carried outside. And then here, stay in third, cut the apex again like he did, yes, and then carry it all the way out. You think by staying inside you're gonna run a better time, but no, you wanna be outside. So here we are, let's run this flying lap with him. From the passenger seat, here we go. In the Nissan GTR R35 GT3 Nismo. All right, heads down the front straight. Coming into the first braking zone. Let's see what he's got. Let's see where he's at. Here at 100 meters. Oh, he's down 0.6. Not looking good so far, but let's see what he's got. Ooh, he takes it wide. That might be a penalty. This is his final lap of the quali. Not what he was looking for here to finish up. So this is Chip Reese once again from Victory Pace Racing here with Carolina Gaming Summit, ITSS, at the Southern Fried Gaming Expo. Running the Gran Turismo exhibit and also Tetris from Red Bull. Because Red Bull gives you wings. And of course we're running the Red Bull Ring track as a tribute to our sponsors. Here he comes, popping down. He's got to carry it out. All right, can he nail it here? If he gets this might be a 34. 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's a 5. He slowed down too much in that corner. All right, well, there it is. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that right? That timing might not be right. Let's check it again. We got a timing glitch, it looks like. Yeah, 35. It was showing a crazy lap time, which was not right. All right, let's go back to our other competitor. Just popped in a new qualifier. Trying to better his time from earlier today. So you got to eat this curve up on the right. He's coming out too wide and just not maximizing the potential of time he could have. Here, brake hard in. He drifted out too far. There's a reason they call this car the Flying Brick. She is heavy, but she is fast. So you get a lot of understeer. If you want to rotate, you got to come off the brakes, tap the gas, and flutter around. Here we go at the 100 mark. Bow, put it down, get into third. Come on through. Oh, back in the booth. We got the greasy one, the greasy Sam Squatch.
We're on camera now, apparently.
Oh. Well, I probably should have looked at the camera then.
Good, looking shut, looking down.
All right. No, we're still reeling with that time with the one-footed driver. I mean, he has 2 feet, but he only used one.
Oh, I thought it was actually one.
No, but he just used.
You know what? I'm surprised how many people are using 1 foot. Really?
You know, I mean, you drive that way because that's how you drive your normal car.
You ever tried driving your car?
I have.
You'll brake check yourself so hard.
I brake check myself repeatedly. But you know what's funny? My ABS was wrong. On my Alpha, it was just not working correctly. And actually, the 2-footed braking worked perfectly.
Really?
Because it didn't have power braking correctly.
Really?
Yes. So I was like, oh. Well, yeah, I mean, they went in and fixed it for $1 billion. New ABS module.
Oh.
Yes. But yeah, I had to jam the brakes to make it stop. I was like, oh, it's like being at home. So yeah, they're just losing a 10th here and a 10th there by just not abusing the track limits.
It's so hard to get around really quick. You have to use the wheel track. You use this stuff. Pixel too much to get done.
I am just not good at this track. I can hit a good lap here every once in a blue moon, but if this is the track we're racing, I'm going to fall to the back because I just...
Just when you look at the map, you see what
That's what I'm saying. It's deceptively...
changes on it.
Yep.
This corner coming up is one of those ones.
Yeah, where you go up the hill, like you want to brake and see, yeah. And I've canceled them. Let's check it on the person who's ahead of him right now. See how they're doing. They're
So a lot of people get more than the 6 laps or whatever. Are we allowing more laps?
No, we're counting whatever lap they finished on, but there's nobody there. We'll let them run. So if they pass the 6, there was one guy who got hit on his last lap. I was like, all right, you know.
Okay, that's fair.
And they give me one more. Just wasn't fair. The guy was telling us they have the Ferrari 355. Yeah, they want to run an event on that.
So when I was talking to him, I said, you know, one of the hardest games I've ever played in our game is Ferrari F355 challenge. It's like in the back over there. It's like,
3 screens, he said. 3 screens.
Really?
3-screen version. They said 4th gear is a little messed up though.
yeah, you had to hold it in the 4th gear. So in
I said, oh, no, not perfect for me.
that game, I would have been like 18 years old. Like, hold it back. I've already told him I'll hold up.
Oh, okay. Well, amazingly, I am the same age.
What's your birthday?
September.
December 30th.
Oh, you're younger than me.
One baby.
Oh, man. You would have been a grade down in where I was at.
Yeah?
Yeah, the cutoff is the 1st.
Oh, really?
My daughter's the 11th, so I had to...
I was always thinking this.
I had to petition her, yeah. So right now, she's the youngest. She had the option of being the oldest, and I was like, she's already tall. I don't want to do that to her. But yeah. I mean,
A little message for my little one. You got first place in this 50 meter run. Pretty cool.
Daddy's fast in the track. He's fast in the track, but with feet. Okay. Man, you know, it's so interesting to see the landscape of gaming change where all this gaming is just accepted as being okay, and you know, there's actually ways to come about it and make what you love into something that can actually sustain you.
it's true. I tried doing it myself with the YouTube channel, right? Things takes you in weird directions.
I want to go in that direction. Take me. Yeah, I mean, I've, seen your channel, Lester's, Cyrus, like just watching people just get to do this as what they do. Just,
you get frustrated like this game. That's what it is. Trying to fucking
Hey.
choose what I drive.
yeah, I mean, you guys are fast enough to compete though when you're
I
like,
think I'm one of the quickest streamers that can jump into any car.
yes. I see they love putting you in a Swift.
Oh, I love that speed. Best PR4 in the game. If
You're out of your mind.
If I could slip from Brands Hatch, OP.
No.
Miles per kilometer mile.
Oh, God.
Definitely the most miles per kilometer.
What's a kilometer? No. My favorite GR4 is, of course, the beautiful Alfa Romeo 155.
Yeah, that's Kiwi, man. Kiwi, one of my subscribers. Shout out to Kiwi. He is a legend in that car.
He is a man of class, distinction, knowing what a good car is. Yeah, he needed a break a while before this.
It was close, a little late.
Yeah, they're either under braking or over braking a lot of these turns. I can tell you what you're supposed to do, and then when I try and do it, I don't do it as well as the fastest guys.
Teaching people how to drive is for me, like, a lot of these pro drivers are really deep into the telemetry,
Yeah.
lap times, and a lot of the science and stuff behind it. For me, I get in the car and I drive. Purple's fast, red's slow.
Yeah,
I don't pay attention to second times. What mile an hour I'm going into. Just drive. It's so hard to tell somebody.
yes, because you're driving off a feel and like. I had to, so it's unnatural for me. Like I chase myself, right? And I make improvements based on what I see and what I'm doing wrong. But when I watch somebody else, the issue is that I'm trying to drive like them.
That's my style.
Exactly.
I noticed mine. I was really inconsistent for the longest time, trying to push those brake zones a little bit further. And
Yeah.
I found consistency-wise and speed-wise, I broke that a little bit earlier in the car. Get the apex and get the drive out.
Yeah, and that's a thing that everyone's gonna work on, right? It does, and that's my problem. I like to shift down slowly to steady the car, and somebody comes flying in, and I'm like, what are you gonna do? Exactly. And that's a major issue that we have here that people talk about. It's just, I asked people, what would you do if the car was real? Would you drive that Ferrari into the side of my car?
Well, that's what I was saying earlier
Yeah.
in the stream, that the difference between sim and real life is you're not going to die in a sim.
Yes.
You can seriously hurt yourself in a race car. Like, you think you're going faster on the track than you do in real life. You get the fear factor. You feel the G's going.
Yeah, it's different. It is different. Like I said, I love the GTR, so I was driving it anytime I could. And then I went out to Las Vegas and rented it to drive it around the Las Vegas Motor Speedway road track. And I'm like, okay. Got in it. It felt different. Felt kind of scary. And there was one lap when I finally felt comfortable. I started driving up behind a Ferrari. And I'm like, oh, I'll just pass on the inside. Because for a second, it felt like the game.
Yeah, I'll pass the inside of this.
And then right when I got there, I was like, oh, wait. That car's, $300,000. I need to slow down. And I locked up the brakes. We started sliding. I was like, oh no, we're gonna die. But yeah, there's just the difference, right? Your instinct to do this in the game, it changes when you're out there and like.
You learn the tracks. You learn you learn what you need to do, but it's that feeling of going fast. Like even when I was go-karting.
Yeah.
Last time in Calgary, the two top guys that beat me in one corner. I was like, how are you taking it? I was lifting on. He's like, flat out. Everything in your brain is telling you no. And you just do it.
And that is, it's what it is. I mean, that's why I can't run the F1 cars or Super Formula. I just don't trust the downforce because I'm just not used to it.
The slower you go with these things, the harder they are to drive. It's the super important.
I know. So yeah, I end up over braking, and I just see a guy roll by, and I'm like, wow. And I understand I'm a couple seconds slower than the top guys. But in the Super Formula, man, oof, I cannot do it.
Dude, I just don't drive with them.
But they're so fun. They are fun. But I want to be competitive, so I drive it for fun on my own time. But There's leagues. I'm like, no. Unless you got the low division, I don't need to be in there.
Yeah, the league races, a lot of league races popping up on country. Maybe you have a full schedule doing league races, it seems.
Oh, you can, man. There was one week where there was a period where I was trying to do it every day. And I'm like, the problem is I'm having fun, but I am not practicing.
Yeah, I'm the worst for that. I don't practice. When I did that run on GTWS to get second place, maybe practice 10 minutes before the race and jumped in. I'm not one to do a lot of time trials. Just kind of, the last season I didn't do any practice. It was like one and done, so I was getting podiums and then quitting. But
yeah, and you were the fastest American for the exhibition season, right? For Ferrari, or what were you doing? Lamborghini?
First for a couple of exhibition seasons with Porsche, I think.
Yeah.
Lamborghini ended. A lot of the top guys
Sure.
Number one, but
hey, man.
That won 2023 for Porsche, man. I should have been there.
No, man, listen, they did not follow the rules they were supposed to, and it just, I was part of the campaign to try and get you in there, and I'm just like...
There's a few people trying to...
Yeah,
but... a few people that were definitely on the opposite side of it.
Which, that was, but it was PR, though, because they had already eliminated, I think it was Miyazono a few years back who was sick, and they replaced him. Yeah, he's the only guy that didn't replace anybody, then they had to do the same thing for the other team. And, at some point it was an advantage. Oh, we got a purple lab going. Someone different must be in that chair because we did not have that going.
It's that guy right
there. That is 64? Wait, no. That's the same guy.
That's the same guy.
Wow, but he's doing that? He's made a significant improvement. We gotta check the timing of this.
Let's see, the times are weird.
Alright, so let me come out and come back in just to make sure. Sometimes you get a timing glitch. It's really weird. No, that was a 32.
That's decent. I think we're going to...
Yeah, for the M's.
Going to be in that 130.
Yeah.
Anything below 130. Right there.
They're not. The pros are going to be, you guys are doing 30.
130s right now. After 7 laps, I did a...
Yeah, but we know you're going to catch up, so let's...
That's the problem. I can't practice, right?
Practice all you...
No, I can't practice. No bit when I don't practice.
See, I wish that was true for me. Oh, well, that's a wall. So let's go check somebody else.
I've seen a few of those tonight up here.
Let's get a ride along. Nope, won't let me in the passenger seat. That's interesting. They let me in before. All right. Well, that's... Just kidding. We're not going to be in the passenger seat.
Every time I've gone to an in-cockpit view to go with a lap, it ends up in the walls. We haven't seen a full lap. We pro to try and get in the rig.
We were in the cockpit.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that.
Hey, listen, there's a reason you guys are pros. Consistency, it's just...
That's a big thing, and that was what I worked on the last few years of my racing, was my consistency. Not going for outright fast laps, just parks, staying on the track 10, 15, 20 laps as many times as you can do it.
Speaking of,
9,
can't park there.
When you stay consistent, passions, parking is very easy. We all love a good freebie.
One giving freebies, normally.
You're the one giving them up?
Yeah, because I push and watch the guy in front of me and I'm mistaken and I'm all of a sudden I'm off course and I gave up 3. I'm like,
doesn't take much.
No.
Doesn't take much, especially.
My claim to fame is that I was the fastest alpha driver for the USA in GT3 and GT2 a couple seasons. And then I got moved up to the A class, and I'm like, oh, no.
With that last account that I just started, I found coming up through the ranks on the new account that the high end of B and the low end of A really tricky to navigate.
They are tough. You got some guys who, yes, there are guys who are an A, but they ram their way down to a B, but they can get right back, so they don't care.
That's the thing. That's the threshold to get from A to A plus is It's just dealing
Well,
with
you'll get that because every once in a while in the season, you'll get an A, qualified as a B at the minute, and then they immediately get an A plus back. Now you're in there with an A plus back. Really?
Yeah, I've been running that new account for I think 3 weeks, Monday to Friday, and I'm like percentage away from getting A plus on it. And that's going from the back of the parts.
I wish I could say that. I can do that. I can
A plus.
do that D and C, but
It's tough to get that A plus sometimes, especially going from the back. I want to, the next time I do that, I want to start an account and actually see how many races it takes to get from low lobby to A plus with good qualifying time starting.
so to Grove, he said I could probably get to an A plus in one day if I race every race. And I was like,
Right there.
yeah.
That's
But also, you're gonna set an A plus qualifying time. You'll be in the front on time. Yeah.
But if you get a lobby and there's people that are lower than you and you're beating them, your DR is not going up.
Well, no, he's gonna be in there with the so just a fresh account.
Yeah.
Fresh
that
account.
way you can do it.
He can run his way right through there.
You know what? One thing that really surprised me with lower lobbies is that the D level lobbies where they have all the ghosts and stuff.
Yes,
I had more clean racing coming up in the D lobbies than I did in B and A.
it's
C
true.
Even C was
No, and I've understood it. Like there's guys who are trying to improve their craft, and there's guys who have flat out pace but don't mind taking you out, and they know where and when to hit you with the side of the car and tap it and hit the brake.
not get a penalty.
Exactly. I've had A too, so it.
Anytime I try to punt something,
Oh,
penalty,
nasty penalty. That's off the tracks. Dude, if you manage to save it, they don't get a penalty because you didn't go off track.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, so I should just let myself go on the wall so he gets penalty? Or a guy, this was late in the race. He ran me off track. For a second, he just smashed me off track. He got 4 seconds, but I was so far behind because I went off track. I still was second, didn't matter. Yeah, it didn't make it matter. It did not matter, and adding an extra half second at the end doesn't do it either.
No. Yeah, I try not to do the punts. Every once in a while, though, you're only human, man.
Yeah.
You'll get under your skin.
And that's what it is.
It happens,
I
right?
need to compete a lot more.
Yeah, I do the same.
That's how I lost my A. We did a race where they were doing like ball penalties.
Oh, yeah. Small penalties. I was talking about those too. I know. You looked at the wall playing those ones.
Oh, hey, but you can get hit. I'll still get it. I think it was reverse. Not Trial Mountain. Deep Forest. Reverse Deep Forest, I think it is. And, coming through some of those S's. Just you tap the wall and you're like, uh-oh.
That Deep Forest in person can be a gnarly track in the dailies, man. Especially coming up that straightaway and into that hairpin. Oh my gosh.
And there's different ways to take it, and everybody has a different way, but
Like I said, Red Bull Ring,
penalty.
the easiest track to get penalties on in this game. Push it.
You have to push to make it a fast time. Like, if you do it safe, you're going to get left. And it's unfortunate, especially if you end up outside the slipstream that these guys have. And they get into a pack of 3 guys, you're like, oh, bye.
Been up since 8:30.
We've been doing this for a long time.
Thank you guys.
Listen, that's what happens. We're putting in the work, guys. Soon.
Apparently, we had like 40 something people watching this on Twitch. We don't have the streams available to watch right now, so we can't comment with you guys or whatever. So we know you're out there. Thank you for tuning in. Hit your like, subscribe. I don't know what it is on Twitch for like, get it.
Also, go see Greasy Sam Squat's channel. Watch some great stuff. There's some fun events.
We got great chat happening.
Oh, yes, they do.
Great chat.
Little too much fun.
It's not all about racing on the racing channel.
It can. Listen, for VPR, but we say we can get you to be fat, right? But I'd rather have somebody I want to out with in the lobbies because there's so much time you're practicing. I found, there's a lot of fast drivers who don't want to talk to them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's definitely true.
They're like, great. That's what we got the most problem with is bringing that A plus and be like, But we say, we want volunteer. Something. Oh, no, another championship. No, what event? Oh, there we go. The first, second, and third place for Madden. Yeah, they won. Ooh, I've been in Madden retirement for a few years now. But I hear this might be the first year where the graphics are actually better. We'll see. I'm hoping to figure out, what future GT7, what is it? Because if
That's the big question.
and showing it as, the future of racing, which is what, Kaz wants. I mean, it's a tough bout. When this game.
had that starting in nice lead ahead. Peach doing a different strategy, fronting the whole entire track, staying steadily in first place. Blue Shell coming up though, threw the banana early, so couldn't get a hit from that. Instead takes the Blue Shell front on, goes down to third place. Dangerous spot to be in. The pack is right behind Peach now. Inkling Boy, like I said, jumped right up into first place after bagging for the first lap.
Oh my God. Inkling at the top top left corner, I meant. Sorry about that. He is playing flawlessly right now. Do you not see the tricks as they are in the third lap of this final race? Oh, but somebody coming in with a bullet bill.
Yeah, the Yoshi in the bottom right.
And the Yoshi in the bottom right. Roaring back.
Went all the way to first with it. Kept the mushroom for that little bit of a shortcut there. Can he keep it through this last shortcut though?
He has to.
And he
If he wants it, and he does.
Inkling Boy sadly taken out in the last little lap. Just went a little bit too far in the front during the second lap. Unfortunately, is only going to get, looks like, 9th or 10th. Can he get it up to 8th? He cannot. Inkling Boy in top left gets 9.
He fell behind at the beginning of this race, but came roaring back.
And there's the scores, folks.
That is amazing. Stay tuned as our final race is upon us. We are in the finals, ladies and gentlemen, but we will be right back.